subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
All right, I'm in here. This is Tariq, Nasheed in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in here. What's going on? I'm here. What's up with you guys? Glad to have y'all in here, ladies and gentlemen. Hop on in. Hop on in. It's time for that late night tap in joint. You know how we get down this time of night. All right. Before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what I got to do. I got to shout out some of the regulars in here. Let me give a shout out to some of the regulars real quick. Yeah, those are cool, dear. A shout out to Brother Marat. Give him a round of applause. Shout out to Sister Sweets. Shout out to Ani. Shout out to Average Black in the building. Shout out to, let me see, Nikki the God in the building. Round of applause for her. The Tevinator in the building. Shout out to him. Let me see. Who else? Hoodoo in the building. Grimes TV in the building. Shout out to Grimes. Shout out to Trinity. All right. Glad to have everybody up here. All right. So we're going to get calls early, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get some calls early. Before we do, got to talk about what's happening out here in California. You know, the fires are simmering down. We still, got issues with the fires. It's not as severe as it was. The kids are in school and all that stuff. But a couple of things going on out here now with the fires or the aftermath. Right now, there is a landlord's doing a lot of price gouging now because a lot of people are displaced. A lot of people are really desperate for places to live. Some of these old janky landlords are like hiking the rent up like 100%. I'm talking about the rent is 3,000 and now it's 6,000. They're doing little shit like that, which is very illegal, but they're trying to get in where they fit in real fast because of the emergency. So that's a horrible thing that's going on out here. Another thing that's happening that people are saying, you got developers out here trying to scoop up this damn land now, you see, which is raising a lot of red flags because, California, this is prime real estate. So now these houses um, have been burned up in a lot of these wealthy areas. Pacific Palisades, that was a big money area. Malibu, big money area. So now you got these developers running up trying to buy the land off people. The rapper Vince Staples, he's from Long Beach, and I met Vince at Redstone Firearms one time. Real good dude, real solid brother. He said some developers came to him and offered him $1 million for his land. He told him to kick rocks because his spot burned down, from what I understand. So it's that type of stuff going on out here. Some real fishy, suspicious stuff going on out here. Then you got this couple, this old elderly white couple who owns a great portion of the damn water supply. It's just real weird out here, man. A lot of weird, janky stuff out here in California. But if my California and LA people, please keep your eyes open for janky, shady business deals, because you got a lot of people out here, some nefarious characters trying to take advantage of what's happening. And again, prayers and condolences go out to Altadena, especially some of the Black folks out there, because some of the brothers and sisters lost a lot of property out there. So, you got people out here trying to take advantage. People trying to get this land for cheap, so they can redevelop on the low, you know. So we just got to keep our eyes open. Let's get some calls in here from the family. Let me know what's on your mind, ladies and gentlemen, on this late night tap in. Let me know what's on your mind. We're going to get Wally, then we'll get Hakeem, then we'll get Charles. So let's get Wally first. Brother Wally, you good? All right. While Wally is getting it together, we'll get Brother Hakeem.
Hey, good evening, family.
Good evening, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to say, this last holiday season that came up, My uncle, he like during a holiday, he invited us over there, but he told me he was like the insurance company because he stayed in Antioch. They wouldn't renew his insurance because they said he lives in a fire zone. So even up here in the Bay, man, family, man, watch out if they doing that. Speak on it, because
Yeah,
this them fires, it wasn't no natural stuff, man. They planning this stuff, and I'll
yeah.
land right there.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, man. I'm hearing that right before this fire out here. Now I'm hearing from a lot of people saying that a lot of their insurance was canceled right before the fire. That fire insurance got canceled, and all of a sudden, one of the most devastating fires in decades hit. So some real nefarious stuff out here. Was it a ploy? Was it a plot? Was it like a land grab? Was this something that was orchestrated for people to say, hey, let's come on and swoop up and get some of this damn real estate? Because LA, man, it's funny style when it comes to real estate, man. It is real funny style, man. Even when we were trying to get the museum, we were going through a lot of funny style stuff because we were trying to get it on Crenshaw first. And it was just janky little dealings. They would agree to the terms, and then when it's time to sign everything, people they would back up out of it. It was just real weird. Um, and the only reason we got our spot that we got now, to be honest, was some properties started to become available when the Russian-Ukraine thing happened. When that Russian-Ukraine thing happened, and what out here in LA, especially in the Crenshaw area, a lot of Russian oligarchs, a lot of them own property in LA. It's a lot of these Russian families who own a lot of property in South LA. And what happened was when that Russian-Ukraine thing happened, um, the US was seizing the properties of certain Russian um, oligarchs and some of their families. Y'all, if y'all remember, y'all go back and check that out. Right, right around the COVID, right when COVID was kind of dying down, and that Ukraine Russian thing popped off. The U.S. started seizing a lot of stuff from the Russians. Y'all remember? They were seizing their ships and yachts, and they were seizing their property. So a lot of them were dumping their properties real fast, and all of a sudden, certain properties became available out here. They were really trying to sell it quick, so we kind of got in on that. You know, so there's a lot of funny style deals that happen out here as far as real estate. Let's get Charles in the building. Charles,
Hey, B1 Tariq. Hey, good evening to the family. Um, yeah, I think all this is being planned with the fires and whatnot because
yeah,
yesterday I saw that Gavin Newsom signed like an executive order saying, "Hey, we're gonna put a lot of resources into the city in order to rebuild it back up quick," and it could tie into that whole, making the 15-minute smart cities and whatnot. And when you look into what's going to happen in the next couple of years with LA and with California in general, in 2026, you're going to have the Super Bowl in San Francisco. 2027, you're going to have the Super Bowl in Los Angeles. And
and
then
the Olympics.
2028, you're going to have the Olympics.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty sure they doing all this, pushing out the residents, trying to clean it up, and then, take the land and whatnot. But this is all my opinion in theory. But like I said, just look out for California in the next couple of years and whatnot. That's
Oh
all.
yeah, my man. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. They real funny about the real estate out here, man. This real estate is big money. When you start dealing with the real estate out here, funny shit happens, man. I'm telling you firsthand. I'm telling you firsthand experience, man. When you're dealing with the real estate out here, you start dealing with a lot of janky stuff, man. Like with us, they got us jumping through hurdles for different type of special permits, and it's a lot when you start messing with that real estate in California because it's so expensive and the value goes up very quickly. Again, that's why I believe my brother Nipsey was targeted, which I don't believe, I know they were definitely targeting him. They were doing damn surveillance on his damn property. Except for the day the dude went up there and shot him. They weren't doing it that day. surprisingly, but they were doing surveillance on the damn Marathon store, and the city was going out of their way to try to get that property away from Nipsey. See, I don't want nobody to ever forget that. They were really going out of their way to get that property from them. Yeah, because that's prime real estate right over there, Crenshaw and Slauson. They got that train that's being built over there, that train station, and also the SoFi Stadium is not too far from there. That's a prime area, so the real estate is going to go up and up and up, and when the Olympics come, that's going to raise the real estate up even more. So yeah, when black folks start making power moves like that, then real funny style stuff started happening. Wally, you good, buddy?
Yeah, can you hear me, Tariq?
I can hear you. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's good, Tariq? I just wanted to get your opinion about that the joint situation. I don't know if you were hip to it yet.
What happened?
So let me break it down. Do you got about 2 minutes for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
So long story short, there's this Afro Hispanic rapper from he's Afro Mexican and he's from Santa Ana and he's a tagger, but however he's a rapper and he ended up getting into it with some LA rappers. And the funny thing about it, the LA rappers, they're actually Mexican Crips. So what he did is he went on live and he said, basically, you guys are no good because you guys are Mexican and y'all Crips and you kick it with N words with the hard ER. And then he released it on his live. And then basically a bunch of reputables and a bunch of rappers that are Crips felt some type of way about it. And they're like, how are you comfortable with these dudes saying the hard ER and you're black? Like, it don't even matter if you're Hispanic, you're you're black at the end of the day. So
Yeah,
you just look goofy and they're talking about like, he's no good and stuff like that. But I just wanted to get your opinion on it.
yeah, I've been kind of hearing something like that. Wasn't he performing somewhere and yelling the N word or something like that?
So long story short, he happened to get into a squabble with the Mexican Crips, and he performed out here in L.A. But when
Yeah,
he performed out here in L.A., he bought like a bunch of Inglewood rappers, and Inglewood's they're Damus. So it's kind of weird that you had the Damus rocking with you, kind of going against these Crips, but then you like made yourself no good when you called everybody. You pushed the NK basically. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, man. I thank you, man. Yeah, these dudes don't need to start getting in the game, playing with that stuff out here, man. Yeah, these young dudes, yeah, they don't need to start playing with that because it goes left real fast. It goes left real fast playing with that. Um, Messing around with them LA street politics, man, that shit goes left. So, I hope dude works it out and I hope they figure it out here because we don't need nobody kicking up dust. Let's get Ella Mexum.
What's happening? One of your original 300.
My
Been
man,
rocking with you since '07.
no doubt.
Um, I just wanted to kind of see if you would ever do something with spirituality because, obviously the information we get is so watered down with, the version of Christianity most of us practice and Islam. And you talk about, I love that Mojara prayer
Hmm.
and just they one of the things that I keep hearing, just listening in the spiritual community, that our melanin and specifically, us foundationals, we generate a lot of spiritual energy. So, what is your spiritual belief system? And not asking because I mean I'm asking just to ask because I'm searching for knowledge.
Yeah.
If you could go in depth about that sometime because you seem to have a strong spiritual belief system. And I
Hmm.
wondered what it was, if you could ever maybe do a documentary on that and the spiritual energy that we have and that we exude.
Yeah. Real talk. And you know what? Then thanks for asking, brother. I'm gonna have to write a book on it, dude. Our spiritual essence, man, is the Majara spirit within us. It's unique. We have our own unique ethno spirituality, man. A lot of us low key know it. We used to kind of be aware of it back in the day. Um, it's we tag on other religions with it. Like, the black people, we were big time Christians, but why was our Christianity so different from everybody else's? What did we have as foundational Black Americans that made our Christianity or our practice of Christianity so more potent, so more pure? We were true Christians. We did the Christian thing. It was something else mixed in. We had that Majora spirit that was laying the foundation of it. Because white people, they're Christians, but they would go to church and plan lynchings. What the kind we ain't those kind of Christians. You understand? They sit up and go to a church and then go back and go to work the next day and practice Jim Crow and redlining and marginalize whole groups of people. We're not those kind of Christians. So it's something else that we have that's different. And that's the damn Majara spirit. Our spirit that we have is so different from other people. It's a very unique energy. We're the only people that has not only influenced the world without harming people, because with Christianity, again, when the white supremacists wanted to spread Christianity, they did that shit with a sword. You understand what I'm saying? They beat that shit into people around the world, or they starved it on them. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of times, when they wanted to spread Islam, sometimes they were kind of forceful with it. Some of them Arabs went into certain places, decimating places and waging war, even on other Muslims. People who had already converted, they waged war on them. That's what happened in West Africa. Some of those areas had converted to Christianity, and some of them damn Moroccans came down from the north and still waged warfare on them. What kind of Islam is that? You see? The people who practice things in its purest form, and our brother John Henry Clark talks about that. He said we practice thing in its very purest form. He said we out Christ Jesus and out Arab Muhammad or something like that. But yeah, we practice things in its purest form because there's something else there codifying it. For example, let's talk about Islam. The organization that practices a pure form of what Islam is supposed to be would be the Nation of Islam over here, with the spirit of Elijah Muhammad, that Majara spirit. The That's the only real Islamic organization that stands on the business of principles, integrity, and justice. You don't see them doing janky stuff to women like some of these people in these so-called Muslim countries doing. You don't see them Nation of Islam beating on women and forcing female circumcisions, and they don't do all that weird shit. Let's keep it a buck. They're some of the most upstanding brothers and sisters you would ever want to meet, hands down. Yeah. Our black church ladies. Look at your grandma and those people like that. Those black church people, foundational Black Americans, are the most phenomenal people you ever want to damn meet. These people looked out for everybody. That's why the church was such a big staple in the community. That was a place where everybody can go and get like sanctuary. Everybody can come, you'd be taken care of, even if you were a foreigner. That's why I get on some of these non-FBAs who want to talk trash, because when they came over here initially in the 50s and 60s and those times, it was the foundational Black American churches that were funding them to come over, and they were housing them and feeding them, because they didn't have immigrant enclaves, and you damn sure weren't living with white people. So it was the black church that was helping these people. That's why I don't like for folks to come over here and be disrespectful at all to the lineage, because our folks looked out for them, and it was those church people doing that. You see? And remember, a lot of the civil rights movement, that was organized by a lot of the black church people. They were organizing those, standing on business for justice and equality for everybody, putting their lives on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever forget, in the 1960s, when you see that footage, these were church people. They had their Sunday's best on out here, putting their lives on the line so that everybody can have equal justice. Don't nobody else do that. Who does that? You tell me if I'm mistaken. Who else does that type of shit for everybody, so that everybody can have equal justice? So there was something unique about us, and that was the Majara spirit within us, man. We got a very unique divine energy as foundational Black Americans. And I'm tapped into that heavy. I recognize it. That's why I have a lot of you always hear me talk very highly of our foundational Black American ancestors. I talk very highly of them. I give them honor. I give them praise. I give them respect. And we would, during slavery, we understood that spiritual essence that we had, and we would tap into the herbs and to the earth and to the weather and to the environment. We would really tap into it, and we were at one with nature. That's why they had to get us up out of the country. Now, when I mean country, I mean the rural areas. See, a lot of that changed when we started to get urbanized. But foundational Black Americans, when we were more rural, we had a deeper connection with nature. That's why we would live in places like the swamps and nothing would happen. I was talking to Brother James Small. He was talking about when he was a kid, and I know a lot of people, if you're from the country or the rural areas, you probably understand. He was like, man, when I was a kid, I wasn't scared of, insects, pets, animals. He's like, man, I'd be out there picking up snakes and stuff when I was a kid. He said, I wouldn't do it now, but yeah, when I was a kid living in the country, I'd be out there picking up snakes and going in the woods. So yeah, we were just fearless. So a lot of us had that connection. Yeah. We just tapped in spiritually to the environment based on our Majara essence. So we got some deep stuff within us, man, that we really need to tap into and recognize and appreciate. We're very unique, man. Very unique as foundational Black Americans. And stop letting people try to shame you for recognizing your exceptionality. Our brother Claude Anderson would always try to tell us that we as Native Black, he would use the term Native Black, but he's talking about foundational Black Americans, how exceptional we were. He would always do these speeches talking about how we specifically were a very exceptional people. We're not comparable to other groups. We're way different. Not to say better or whatever. We're not trying to shine on people, but our experience is very unique because we stand on business for real, for real. We stand on business and we stood on business. Yeah. Savannah.
Hello, thank you, Tariq, for allowing me to speak.
Yeah.
Um, I heard someone speak on like talking about the insurance companies, and I had some experience because I worked in insurance. I worked for a startup, so I got to see firsthand how cutthroat these insurance companies and mortgage companies, can be.
Mhm.
And not only will they like just cancel you, what they'll do is, and this is why I had to leave because I could tell by zip code where we were literally canceling people right before hurricanes. And not only would we like cancel people, but we would make them cancel in a sense. Your house is maybe only 800 square feet, but we only have a $15,000 fire policy that we can offer you. And not only that, the replacement cost is nowhere near the value of your home. And that's how they would get people to be like, I can no longer deal with you. So like they won't even cancel you. They'll just play games like that. And I feel like more people need to talk about it because I talk to a lot of grandmothers who literally had some bad homes, who had some bad balloon mortgages, and just people don't talk about it.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, thank you.
Thank you, beloved. You know what? That's absolutely true. They play these little games. A real good friend of mine out here in LA, his mother just passed. Condolences to him. And they did that janky shit with her insurance. She didn't have they messed her insurance up. He was like, yeah, they done jerked around with her insurance right before she died. They just did some real janky shit. So I have to help them pay for the damn funeral. Yeah. So that little bullshit goes on. That's why, again, when old boy Luigi bust down on that damn CEO from the insurance company, people was like, hey, people get shot every day, B. They were on that, you know? It wasn't really no tears flowing when Luigi bust down on dude, was it? Yeah, these insurance companies are damn diabolical, man. They're diabolical as hell. Oh, let's get Nicole in the building.
Hey, Tariq, thanks for allowing me to speak as well.
Yes, ma'am.
This root work, I love this root work.
Thank
This is about my third bottle of this root work. My mom came over. She used it. I'm getting ready to order some to send to my aunt and her two children. I love it, love it, love it. And I've been using natural deodorant for quite a while. So I just want to say that.
Thank
Get your root work if you don't already have it.
you.
Now, quickly, you mentioned permits. Where I live, you have to have a permit to have a yard sale.
Damn.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. But I wanted to really just speak briefly on connecting the fires that legislators are on the land. The same
Yeah.
thing happened in 2005. I was a part of a group that went to New Orleans to conduct ethnographic studies with the victims of Hurricane Katrina. And that's exactly what they said, that for years people were coming to buy their homes over in the Ninth Ward, trying to encourage them to sell their homes. And right now, in Memphis, Tennessee, where right there in the Graceland area where Elvis Presley's mansion is,
Hmm.
they've been pushing to get those old people over there to sell their homes there and over by Rose College.
Mm,
And these people are like 70, 80, 90. And they're like, what am I going to do? Why would I sell my house and you only give me $100,000? Where am I going to go?
mm.
So I'll land my plane there.
Thank you, beloved. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's going on heavy out here, man. This prime real estate, and these houses are gone, and these families, a lot of them don't have no insurance, or their insurance was canceled, so they're forced to leave. They can't rebuild. So now you got somebody's like, hey, man, let me get that land off you. All right, let's get Xavier in the building.
Hey, how you doing, Tariq?
I'm good, man. How are you, brother?
I'm okay. I'm okay. What time is it? What time is it in the States?
11.
Okay, it's 4 p.m. here.
Okay.
Anyway, now who's first of all, I'm happy. Are you and your family safe?
Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good to go. Oh yeah.
Okay. Now here's my question. Now, who is this John Ligamo, the dude that was in like Two on Food with
Uh,
the dress and all that?
John Leguizamo.
Okay, yeah, that bitch. I just saw I saw a little bit of this PBS documentary. He's trying to push this Juan Crow bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yo, check this out. First of all, for anybody who really doesn't know where the Jim Crow laws come from, basically they used to have our ancestors used to have a dance called the Jim Crow.
Hmm. Hmm.
We had the dance called, it was called Dancing the Jim Crow. So the Jim Crow laws actually came from that dance when they made up like the laws that were like basically apartheid and everything, legal apartheid.
Right.
It came from dancing the Jim Crow. So I'm like trying to wonder how the you get a damn Juan Crow out of that.
Yeah, that Juan Crow term was created in 2008 by some Latino writer. So that's some shit they created
Oh, well,
years later.
well,
Years later.
well, well. See, here's the thing: we got documented history. So I'm like, so right now, with this whole Fat Joe getting, see, I'm mad now.
Yeah.
See, with this Fat Joe, I'm mad from Tokyo, but this getting like coming out his neck and everything. J Lo, Rosie Perez, these dudes getting janky and shit, and I'm Gen X.
Yeah.
And I remember when they was like all trying to hang out, get with us and everything. Now it's like, oh, really? Y'all, this is what the bullshit y'all was on.
Yeah. Oh
Okay. Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's time to be divisive.
yeah. Hey man, there's nothing wrong with it. Thank you for the call, by the way. Yeah, there's
No problem. No problem.
nothing wrong with us saying, hey man, we're gonna do a little gatekeeping. I don't listen, don't let people scare you with all that divisive talk. FBA family, don't let nobody scare you with that. Anytime we talk about gatekeeping and standing on business and really protecting and preserving our culture and our lineage, they want to run around with this divisive thing. We're the only people who are called divisive for standing up for our damn lineage. We ain't supposed to sit here and let everybody pick and nibble at our damn lineage and vulture off of it. You understand? Without paying respect and homage. They don't let us do that. We can't go nibbling on what little pieces of Puerto Rican culture, Colombian culture, Mexican culture. We can't run around doing Cinco de Mayo dances and telling them to kick rocks, telling them they're divisive if they don't let us take over their Cinco de Mayo celebrations. Yeah. They'll holler at you. Be like, hey, that's part of our culture. You need to get somebody who's authentic to co-sign that. See, we're told that everybody can just walk into our culture and just open up the refrigerator and just start eating what they feel like eating. Like, no, no, those days are over. Grinds TV, what's happening?
What's up, brother Tariq? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm all right. Have you heard about the sleeper pods that they're trying to establish in California?
No, what's that?
Okay, so I put something in the purple pill. So there's a report that came out at the end of last year where they were talking about in the San Francisco area, they got some developers got approvals for permits in parts of San Francisco to where they're going to start having sleeper pods for rent for like 700 a month. And before the fires happen, of course we already seen the different agendas of gentrification, especially getting us to lose our businesses and property and land and homes, trying to destroy black wealth. And I saw that's where they were going to in areas like that. So I'm like, okay, if they're going to start that in San Francisco, they're probably going to start doing that in other areas of California. And of course, we know that, historically, whenever certain things are legalized or whatever in Cali or New York, then other states tend to follow suit. And one thing that unfortunately, with the fire really destroying a historical black area such as Altadena, that's really so sad to see. I'm seeing all the sad reports of people losing their properties and losing family members and all of that. So you definitely know that's a target. I really want people to wake up because, and I've been back and forth in debates with people anytime I bring up an agenda, historically, especially in the states. Anytime there's an agenda or new legislation, it always affects us first
I,
and or greater. And I really want people to wake up because, and the thing is, I think a lot of people don't understand the urgency of where things are trying to go. Certain, powerful people, whatever, trying to make things to go. Um, I think they don't understand the urgencies because of the fact that they pretty much were told to do whatever they were, instructed by Master to do about 3 or 4 years ago. If you catch my drift on that,
oh yeah.
and everything will go back to normal. And a lot of people think that things are just going to go back to normal. They can just roll over and go back to sleep, and everything will be fine. But this is a new day, and they need to understand that this is why we really need to be codified more than ever and stand up and push back against what's going on and make sure that we do everything we can to build our wealth and protect it like hell right now. I'm a land.
Thank you so much, bro. Let's get Real Ace in the building. Real Ace. Real Ace, unmute your mic. All right. Real Ace, what is going on with your phone, brother? What is going on with your phone? And let's do it like this. If you are ready, y'all raise your hand. If you're ready, y'all raise your hand. Let's get Barrister. Let's get Barrister in the building. Let's try him. Let's try Barrister. All right. Barrister ain't saying nothing. All right, let's get Vic in Jersey. Vic in Jersey. All right. Vic in Jersey. All right. Y'all, none of y'all ain't saying nothing. Are y'all niggas at the same place?
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
What's up, Vic?
Hey, how you doing, sir? You know what? I pressed the button on I didn't press the button on accident. I pressed the button on accident like 30 minutes ago and I pressed the button. But anyways, how you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Can
Everything.
I ask you a question? How you doing, sir? I'm all right. Just popping some popcorn on the stove because I'm doing it old fashioned time because my microwave broke down. Give me like 20 seconds. My
Okay.
microphone, microwave broke down, so I cooking popcorn from the little pocket.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
get you back
All right,
over here making some Jiffy popcorn. Yeah, that's old school. This brother's making the Jiffy popcorn. I didn't know they still had that. So shout out to the Jiffy popcorn. Barrister, you good? Barrister? All right, where you at, Barrister? Let's get Highlander in here. Let's get Highlander, and then we'll get Australia talk. Highlander.
Yes, sir.
Let's,
No corn liquor tonight.
there you go.
So I'm going to hit you with a serious comment
Okay.
and a silly question.
Okay.
Which do you want first?
Let's do the serious comment.
Okay, so the serious comment is out there in California. I want to speak to the insurance policies and the legislature that allowed them guys. Because I don't know if you're aware or not, California's the only state where State Farm and the other major carriers of homeowners insurance weren't allowed to scale. So what I mean by that is every X years, I'm assuming you're a homeowner,
Yeah.
your county, city, whatever, assesses your property taxes. Okay. And there's other mitigating factors that go on with that, with your homeowner's insurance. And as that goes up, your homeowner's insurance goes up. California is unique in the fact that it's a state where that's null and void. They couldn't scale.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why you had policies canceled 3-4 months prior to these wildfires breaking out.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Let me get Australian in. Australian.
Yeah, good day, Tariq. Love all the stuff you do on X, man. I just had a random question for you,
Yeah.
and if you don't want to answer it, that's okay.
Go ahead.
But years ago, man, I found a guy on YouTube. He goes by the Black Authority. Are
Yes.
you familiar with that guy? Is that you, or it's not you?
That's not me. No. No.
Oh, it's not you. Oh, sorry, man. I was going to ask. I lost one of his videos that he did years and years ago, and I've been all through his channel and I can't find it. And I was going to say, oh, is that you, my man? Because yeah, I like his message. His message is, well, it's bloody powerful stuff, man.
Very we don't.
And
I don't know why you.
Yeah, go on.
I don't know why you think that's me. We don't even sound alike.
No, well, I'm Australian, so all Americans sound alike.
Yeah, all black.
But,
all black people.
No, well, I should say well-spoken Americans sound alike. Yeah, you're very well-spoken, and so is.
All right, what kind of stereotype? We all ain't the damn same. Man. I just wanted you to know, are you Wayne Brady? No, nigga.
Discover the heart of our history at the Hidden History Museum in Los Angeles. Now open with new weekend hours, Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Located at 2131 West Jefferson Boulevard in Los Angeles, our museum showcases the brilliance and ingenuity of foundational Black American culture, along with the richness of global Black culture. Come in, explore our displays, and shop for books, films, and other unique items that celebrate our legacy. Also, be sure to look out for our popular special events. For more information, visit hiddenhistorymuseum.com.